What is up, fellow YouTubers? It's your sexy goth bad boy, King Cobra JFS, back at you with another video. Last night I went over to hang out with Angie Walt, and then I hung out with Scotty McPotty, and homeboy Scotty. It's just, that's the nickname one of my other friends gave him, which I thought was kind of funny. But then, then I went and hung out with Phil and Bree at the end of the evening, and I actually called Phil the other day, and I was like, "So when's your birthday, man? I'm making you this cool gift." And he's like, "Oh, it already happened." And I'm like, "Dude, I feel so bad." And I told him, I said I was gonna make him a wand to make up for it, right? And he's like, "Don't feel bad. A lot of people forgot." So yesterday I showed up, and I was able to give him his birthday present. I tried calling him, but he wasn't home, even though he left the light on. And I put the wand and wrapped it in like 10 plastic bags and then tied it to his doorknob. And then his neighbor came by and said, "Oh, yeah, some dude named Josh tied it to your doorknob. You know him?" "Oh, yeah, we know him." And then, yeah. Long story short, me, Bree, and her boyfriend Phil went up to CY Liquor Store, and we got a big ass bottle of Jack Daniels. And then before that, we went to Loaf and Jug and got a couple of 2 liters of Dr. Pepper, and then to mix with it. And then, yeah, went back to their place, and I had like 5 or 6 like tall ass fucking cups of that shit. And between it might have been a half gallon if I remember correctly. One of those, not like stupid big, but pretty fucking big bottles of Jack. And between the three of us, we definitely polished it off. By the time I left, there was enough for maybe like 1 or 2 more drinks. And I'm like, yeah. So I had a good night last night, hanging out with friends and such. Anyways, yeah, and Phil likes his wand, so his girlfriend likes it too. She's like, "Oh, shiny." But anyways, YouTube, uh, I got a comment or two about my rant video in question. Someone commented, "Why do you care so much about dating?" And I'm like, I don't. I care about helping couples out. I don't know why I care. Because every time I see couples fighting over relationship bullshit, or if I hear about it, it makes me laugh my goddamn ass off. Like, despite the fact that I'm single, oh look, you're just as miserable as I am because you're fighting with the other half. you know? So part of me gets off when I see couples fighting. It makes me go, single life. A lot of my friends are envious because I'm single, and it makes me laugh my ass off. I'm like, that shit's fucking hilarious, right? And then I got another comment which got held for review. It basically said, for somebody who doesn't care about being single, like if you're so secure with being single, why do you bitch about dating all the time? And I'm not necessarily bitching about the dating scene so much as I am bitching about the way men and women treat each other. It's not about, and I'm so secure with being single that I don't even want sex or dating right now. That's how secure I am with it. Like, I've had enough pussy in my lifetime so far to know that I like it. I like getting laid by chicks. That's my thing. But right now, I don't want any. Like, right now, I'm content with being single and sexless. You know? And that's the right attitude to have. You have to be content with it, otherwise, it'll eat you alive. Especially if you haven't had sex in a year and 5 months, 6 months, 5, 6 months. The thing you have to realize, the thing I realize is that there are people out there who are having a way longer dry spell. So, that being said, you know, 1 second. I gotta take care of something. I'm not going to the bathroom, just calm your tits, YouTube. Uh, I should have taken that before starting the video, but man, my nose hairs were getting a little bit long, so I'm like, I gotta go into the bathroom real quick and just take care of that. Kind of get my nose hair trimmers and be like, the little fucking teeny tiny ass scissors that I stick in. Um, Believe me, I love getting pussy as much as the next heterosexual male. However, and this is the fucking truth of it, you know, sex doesn't just come with you might get her pregnant if you're not careful. It also comes with drama, STDs, double standards, and strings attached. You feel me? So it's like sometimes it's not worth the headache going through to get it. And that's just it. And this is a point I've made on several of my videos, is women don't even have to try half the time when it comes to the dating scene. Half the time, all they gotta do is fucking show up. A lot of women think, oh, well, they're this and they're that. Women will make all these excuses, and I'm like, honey, those are just excuses. You go to a bar, have a couple drinks, someone likes what they see, they'll want to take you home for the evening. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to hear any excuses from women when it comes to the dating scene. But this is the problem with supporting women's rights as a male. You either get labeled as a kiss ass or you're just trying to get laid. You know what I'm saying? You don't respect women. You're just trying to get laid. That may be true for some guys, but for some guys it's not. And I am one of the few men that actually respects women. You know, I respect women even if they don't respect me. Unless, of course, you go out of my way to be a rude bitch. Like, if you go out of your way to be a rude bitch to me, I'm going to be rude right back to you. You're rude to me, I'm going to be rude to you. That's just how I treat people. I literally do not go out of my way to harass people. But if they harass me, don't trust and believe I'm going to fucking say something. And if you don't like what I have to say, then maybe you should be a nicer person. Treat others the way you want to be treated. It's the golden rule. That's why I don't go out of my way to harass people. But when they harass me, I harass them right back. Right. But here's the thing of it, YouTube. People who make these comments, they know I'm right. So they pull some bullshit. People who make comments like, for somebody who doesn't care about dating, you sure bitch about it a lot. And for somebody who sits there and says, if you're so content with being single, why are you complaining about it? Blah, 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 blah. And I'm not complaining about being single. I'm complaining about the way men and women treat each other. The whole point of these fucking videos is to help both genders understand each other just a little bit better. A durr. A fucking durr. The whole point of these videos is to help women and men understand each other a bit better. So that even if I'm not getting laid, even if I don't have a girlfriend, I don't care. Because it makes other people's lives a little bit better. They start seeing things, they start seeing and hearing things from a different perspective. And when they hear and see things from a different perspective, it what? It helps men and women understand each other a bit better. You know? People don't take it as he's trying to help the genders understand each other a bit better. All they take it as, oh great, Gothic King Cobra is doing another double standards video. Oh great, another boys versus girls video. And it's not even about that. You know? But this is the problem with it. When men and women disrespect each other, a lot of it has to do with the double standards that are placed in our society. You feel me, YouTube? When it comes to disrespect, when it comes to men and women hating each other, because let's be real, men and women hate each other. Okay? When it comes to that kind of shit, the thing you have to realize is a lot of it is based on their experiences with the opposite sex. A lot of it is just double standards. And that's the thing of it, YouTube. If women make a video talking about double standards, it's met with, oh yeah, that totally makes sense. You're right. But if a man makes a video about double standards and bitches because men and women treat each other like shit, he gets met with, oh, you're just insecure with being single. Screw you. I'm so secure with being single that I don't want to get laid. I really don't. Believe me, I'm a sexy god stud. This dick right here is God's gift to women's pussy. So if I really wanted to get laid, it wouldn't be that hard for me. Oh, that's narcissistic. Screw you. That's being confident. Oh, that's too much confidence. Huh. You're stupid. I wouldn't be wrong, except I'm bragging because I know what I got. And for one thing, and for another thing, I've never heard a single woman complain after I've made love to her. Not one. In fact, my last girlfriend said, thank you. And I'm like, for what? She goes, for ending a streak of bad sex for me. And I'm like, oh, well, thank you. You ended my dry spell, you know? First time me and my last girlfriend had sex. That's how that went down. She goes, thank you. And I'm like, for what? She goes, for ending a bad streak of sex for me. And I'm like, oh, well, you're welcome. And, you know, thank you for offering yourself to me and, you know, for helping end my dry spell. I appreciate that. You know, that's just how it should be. I tend to think when a chick tells me, okay, you're like one of two people that made me squirt, and you ended a bad streak of bad sex for me. Huh. I tend to think that's bragging rights. I'm just saying. But fellas, it's not the size of your boat, it's the motion of the ocean. Sometimes if your dick's too big for her taste, she won't let you go anywhere near her. She'll be like, "Get that thing away from me." So, if your dick's a bit smaller than average, don't feel bad about it, you know? Not every woman wants a monster cock, I'm just saying. There are some women who are going to be like, "Oh, fuck to the no, that's going to stretch me out. Get that thing away from me." Uh-uh. And then literally you're being cock blocked by your own cock. You know what I'm saying? Because life is full of funny shit like that, YouTube. uh, and don't get me wrong, there might be some women who see a big dick and they go, "Oh, that'd be nice to try out," but then they think, "Oh, wait, that would probably stretch me out." So, yeah, fellas, you just gotta be grateful for what you have. Having a big dick is not all it's cracked up to be sometimes. Don't get me wrong, it's nice when you pull down your pants, you got a boner, and the chick says, "Ooh, you got a nice cock." That never gets old. You pull down your pants and you got a nice rager going because some chicks got the foreplay going, you know. Because if I'm making love to a woman, I want to take my time and enjoy it. You feel me? Have a little foreplay going, nibble on her earlobe, make out with her, feel her up, do a little bit of dry humping. You know what I'm saying? Fucking build up to it. You know, that's how I am. Don't be in a rush to get to the big finish line, amigo. When you're making love to your woman or your man, whatever you're into, I don't give a shit. That's your life. As long as they're of age and they're consenting, then who the fuck cares? You know? There's a reason why it's called being sensual with it. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a shit about getting laid, but trust and believe I'll give good advice anyway because I feel like a lot of people could benefit from it. You know? I can't tell you how many times I've gotten messages from people, couples, this chick or this dude. "Oh, hey, me and my da 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 other half watch your videos, man. Just wanted to say you're awesome." Blah blah. You know. So that becomes a thing, I guess. Couples who watch Gothic King Cobra videos, huh? Yeah. And I'm just saying, fucking pipe stem's clogged. So instead of using a pipe cleaner, I use a paper clip. It's cheaper, it's reusable. You just stick it in your pocket when you're not using it, and then when you gotta unclog your pipes, whoop. How to make a reusable pipe cleaner. Step one, you straighten out a paper clip. Step two, you put a loop in it so that when it faces this way, you can bend it straight up. And then step three, you straighten out one end and just put a loop. And then step four, stick it around your finger, just like that. That'll give you better grip. And you can just sit there and stick it in your pipe stem, unclog it. And just because I could get laid if I actually tried doesn't mean I should try. You feel me? Take your time on the dating scene. Don't be in a rush to find companionship. And I feel like people who are making these stupid ass comments don't get it. "Oh, for somebody who doesn't care about being single, you sure talk about dating a lot." Because when it comes to dating, it's a 50-50, okay? And quite often, when you're talking about this battle of the sexes bullshit, these double standards that men and women have to face, unfortunately, and I say unfortunately, dating is going to come up in that equation because that's part of the human experience, whether you like it or not. You know what's more important than dating? Having that money. There were two things that women want in a dating. Two things that women want. Actually, three things: status, looks, and security. For women these days, dating is all about status. What can he offer me? You know, oh, he's got a car and he's got money. Oh, that's good enough for me. What can he offer? He might have like what, one or two things in common with you, and he has money and a car, and that's good enough for you. It becomes a status for you, you know. And that's the thing of it. Whenever women attack men, it's met with encouragement, laughter. The man gets ridiculed, but when men attack women, we're assholes. And that's the kind of bullshit that makes the tension continue. When women go off just picking on men, tearing them apart, tearing them down, that kind of thing. But the second men try to tear women down, we're assholes, right? Ladies, we get called assholes. We get told, you guys are such assholes. I'm like, what? So it's okay if women beat up men. It's okay if women stab men in the back, cheat on them, treat them like shit, ridicule them, demasculate them. But as soon as men turn around and do it, we're assholes. Right. My whole point is if women know exactly how it feels to be treated like that, why do it to somebody else? And that goes for both sexes, to be honest. If men know how it feels to be treated like shit by sexist women, why would you be a sexist towards a woman? And the same can be said for women. Like, if you know how it feels to be treated in a sexist manner, why would you be sexist towards men? I feel like that argument definitely applies to both men and women. And you know how I know, YouTube? How the fuck I know I could get laid if I wanted to? Because I walk around town just doing my thing. Maybe I'm going to dinner with my family or some shit. And I go to a fucking restaurant to eat dinner with my family. And waitresses be checking me out like, that's a sexy goth dude. I'd totally date him. Just saying. When you get a number of chicks saying shit like that about you, I tend to think, yeah, old King Cobra turns on the charm, and I guarantee you, most women can't resist because, I have enough confidence that I'm not afraid to be myself, which is something a lot of women look for in a man. Trust and believe that. And the way I see it, YouTube, the way I fucking see it, YouTube, if I'm not afraid to be myself on YouTube, if I'm not afraid to be my honest, blunt self on camera, what makes you think I'd be afraid to be like that around women? Hmm? Don't women get tired of men pretending to be something they're not just to make themselves seem cooler or more interesting? You know, I straight up, women go, well, what are you into? What are your hobbies? I'm like, well, occasionally I play video games, I make YouTube videos, I make music, I sing, I play guitar, I craft wands, I occasionally practice ventriloquism, and I also practice my own branch of magic. Yeah. And some chicks are gonna be like, "That's a weird combination of hobbies," and some chicks are gonna be like, "Oh, check this out. He's got a creative side." Like one of my friends told me, like, "Dude, you shouldn't talk about wands so much in front of chicks." And I'm like, "Why, dude?" And he goes, "It's kind of a panty pull upper, dude. Chicks think that shit's nerdy as fuck." And I'm like, "Yeah, but." The chicks I've talked to, they ask me about my wands. They're like, "What's that in your pocket?" And I pull it out, and they're like, "Oh, that's pretty. What is that?" I'm like, "It's a magic wand." "Oh, that's cool." I'm like, "Yeah, I made it myself." "Oh, right on." So like, I don't know. My friend says one thing, but some of the chicks I've talked to here in town would disagree. You know, a lot of chicks dig that creative side. And it never fails. Every time I unclog my pipe, I get pipe gunk on my lip. Ugh, yuck. There we go. And nobody said that cleaning. This is literally the messiest part about smoking a pipe is you gotta unclog it. Like I just want some tobacco. I want to have a smoke while I do my video. Ugh. Combination of getting smoke up my nose and having a sneeze stuck. Ah. I want to say one thing right now. Mm, excuse me. Um, you ever had sex with your girlfriend while taking a nice, hot, steamy shower? Oh, you don't know what you're missing out on. Shower sex is bomb. I don't care what anyone says. Yeah. Especially if you have a fucking shower that's big enough for it, huh? You both feel good because you're spending time together. You're growing closer to one another. The hot water dripping down both your bodies. The hot water relaxes you and your other half's body. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like next time you go to have some steamy hot shower sex, if you have some smell good candles, light them and put them in the bathroom while you're having some, you know, yeah. Straight up, next time you and your girlfriend are having steamy hot shower sex and you have some smell good candles, line them and stick them in the bathroom near the shower, but not like near the water or anything. You know, make it a bit more romantic. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm driving at. Oh, that's cute. My stomach's growling. It's like. It's actually pretty warm out, so I'm gonna turn the heater off. Well, if my stomach's growling, maybe I should fix this. Fix this issue here. I'm like, it's not about whether or not I give a shit about dating. It's about helping couples understand each other. And if you can't see that, then I'm sorry, but you're a fucking retard. If you can't see that, then you're a fucking retard. And maybe you have trouble with your own relationships, and that's why you attack me in the comment section. Oh, for somebody who doesn't care about dating, you bitch about it a lot. Yeah, says the guy who can't get laid. For somebody who bitches about dating all the time, and you know what I'm saying, that kind of shit, those kind of comments. Oh, for somebody who doesn't care about dating, you sure bitch about it a lot. Oh, I'm not bitching about dating or being single. I'm bitching about the way people treat each other. There we go. Empty my ashtray. Um, it's not gonna take me long to cook up a sandwich. Um, I'll eat when I can, you know. But yeah, I got a burger patty that's just itching to be cooked up. I'm definitely not a people person. That is for sure. At least I can admit it. I don't try to sugarcoat it or bullshit. I'll load up a fresh bowl of tobacco for when I get done eating my sandwich. And maybe I was a little too harsh on my rant video, but my general response towards women who are sexist towards men is to be a bigger sexist right back to them. And if it pisses them off and they say something, I'm like, well, treat others the way you want to be treated. I didn't go out of my way to be a shithead to you. Serious, YouTube. My general attitude towards women who are sexist towards men is to be a bigger sexist right back to them. And if they get pissed off about it, I'm like, well, treat others the way you want to be treated. I don't go out of my way to be a sexist asshole. So why do you got to be one? You know, that's fair. I mean, ladies, serious question, ladies. What happens when that guy's an asshole to you? What do? You're an ass right back to him. Exactly my fucking points. What's the first thing you do, ladies, when a guy's an asshole to you? The first thing you do, you respond. Most women will respond with, fuck you, you're an asshole. My point exactly. My point exactly, YouTube. So if there's anyone who understands what I'm getting at, it's the ladies. Women are a lot smarter than society gives them credit for. Right now, I just put like 4 different seasonings on the burger patty. and I'm gonna cook it up, and then I'm gonna stick it between some white bread and toast it up on the pan real quick. I used these two right here, the Smokin' D Honey Chipotle Barbecue Rub, Payne County Rust All Meat Seasoning, and some of that Slap Yo Mama Cajun seasoning, and of course a pinch of Tony's. I mean, normally beef smells pretty good to begin with, but when you add seasoning to it and you cook the seasoning into your meat, it smells even better, doesn't it? Oh, good, you got two pieces of bread. Excellent. Do a sandwich. Stick the burger patty onto my sandwich, and then I'm going to take the top bun, stick it on top, and then I want to cook. So now that I got the last of the bread here, I want to cook it onto the pan and toast it up. All that burger grease with the seasoning sitting at the bottom of my pan. Good. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and cook it on both sides so that it produces a nice grilled cheese effect with it, minus the cheese because I'm out. But that's why I'm getting my wands done so I can get some more stuffs. Yeah. I have enough food to get me through until I get my wands done, so I'm not tripping out about it. But if I want like more burger patties and stuff, I gotta make them wands. And truth be told, YouTube, if you have negative experiences with something, it's gonna ruin your opinion of that thing. Doesn't matter what the thing is. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Looky, looky. Golden brown on either side. I'm out of cheese, otherwise I would have added some, but that's alright. Mmm. Beef. Even though it's just a plain old burger, it still tastes good. I'm not gonna lie. Mm. If you've never toasted your buns in the grease of your sandwich before, you're missing out. Mm. Rant Part 2. Mm. Ah, well, there you go. That's better. Mm. Mm. Well, look, I still got some of that pie left. I'm not even gonna lie, I still have like half a pie left. This pie is pretty rich, and you know, takes it's gonna take me a minute to finish it because of how rich it is. Mm. But a little bit of that delicious apple pie that I made to wash down that burger. Yeah. Mm. Granted, that slice of that pie wasn't very big, but that was enough. That was enough to fill my tummy for the moment. Mm. In fact, I'm pretty sure Yep. Alright. I got a bunch of potatoes, so if I want to make French fries to snack on, I can. Of course, you've already seen how I make French fries. If I have all the ingredients to make it. I showed people on YouTube how to make French fries when I was making that crazy pizza pie video. Literally a pizza with inside a pie crust. Actually, we'll call it pipe thoughts. How that sound? That sounds good. Because this isn't necessarily a rant entirely all the way through. So we'll call it pipe thoughts instead. It'll be a pipe thoughts video. Yeah. Now that I've had some dank lunch, sit back, relax with some pipe tobacco here. Anyways, tubes, thanks for watching my pipe thoughts. Catch you later. And like I said, it's not about whether you're single or not. It's about respect.